Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do a treble crochet, and again this is a UK treble crochet. Our American friends refer to these as a double crochet just to make things really confusing, but we are going to use the UK terminology, so this is a UK treble crochet. Now I've made 2 rows of double crochet like we did previously, and you can see them here, this one with its two little legs and the cap across the top. So there's 2 rows here. These are the legs of the ones from the row before, and these are the legs from the ones on this current row. So you can already see that this treble here is quite a lot taller. It uses a really similar technique to the double crochet, but it's just got an extra stage. So this time, before we put our hook into the stitch, we need to add an extra yarn over. So we wrap our yarn from the back to the front before we put our hook into the stitch that we're aiming for. So we yarn over first, and then you can see here that this hole is opened up because this is the stitch that we used last time on the last stitch. So this is the next hole. You can see here this is the next hole that I'm using. So yarn over first and into this next stitch. And we're then going to pull our yarn through like we did previously, but you'll notice that this time we've got 3 loops on our hook for a treble crochet. We're now going to wrap our yarn over, and we're going to pull it through the first 2 loops on our hook, and then we're going to yarn over again and pull through the next 2. So it very much uses the same technique, it's just got a few more steps. I'm going to show you that again. So can you see here, this is our most recent treble crochet, and this is the stitch that it's in. So this here is the next stitch. These are our stitches all lined up ready to receive another stitch. So this is the stitch that we've already made this one in, and we're aiming for the next hole along here. So we're going to yarn over first for a treble, and we're going to put it into the stitch. Now the same applies where we still want to get both parts of the stitch on our hook. So we're going to pull our yarn through here, then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So you can see here that this is our treble crochet and the hole that it went in, and this one here is our next hole. So we're going to yarn over first for a treble, and we're going to go into our next hole, making sure, like last time, that we do still have both parts of the stitch on our hook. Okay, we've got both loops, we've gone under both loops. So we're going to pull our yarn through, and that gives us our 3 loops for a treble crochet. We're then going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Okay, and then again you can see our next hole is ready for us here next door. So yarn over into the stitch and pull the yarn through. So that gives us our 3 loops for a treble crochet. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. Again, this is our next hole here. So yarn over first and into the hole. We're going to pull our yarn through, so we've got our 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So the things that we're remembering here is that we always start with a yarn over for a treble. When we put our hook into the stitch, we need to make sure we've got both loops here of the stitch, so we're not just going under one loop. And we need to make sure that when we yarn over, we push our yarn over the back of our hook so it comes from the back to the front. Going the other way will make something different. We need to make sure our yarn comes from the back to the front when we yarn over. Into the hole and pull our yarn through to give us 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And then again we've got our final stitch here. So if we stopped now, we would be 1 stitch short. And if I did the same again on the next row, I'd lose another one. So we'd really rapidly run out of stitches. So we always make sure we need to get our last stitch. So yarn over first, into the stitch, and make sure we've still got 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through. So we've got our 3 loops for a treble. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a UK treble crochet.